Well, so welcome everybody to the FIBA Under-19 Women's Basketball World Cup. The United States of America in the white uniforms, Russia in the red. And after 10 days of competition, after numerous qualification games, then the knockout stage, we come down to one game to decide who will be the winners of the Basketball World Cup Under-19 age group. Talent, current talent, but enormous potential on show. We're just about to jump it off. And the USA will have a first look at it in the half court. Ty Harris stops and fires up the mid-range two. And it was one and done for the USA on the glass there. No competition on the glass at all on that one.
And you know, that's an area where the U.S. has been very strong. They have out-rebounded teams, but guess what? This Russian team is incredibly strong on rebounding as well.
Puts it on the floor, goes up off the glass. And guess what? Vadeeva comes up with an offensive rebound, but can't get it to drop. And great work to delay the initial break options for the U.S. So Russia get them in the half court. Dangerfield has it out top. Harris looking to be the aggressor, going baseline. Baseline penetration to the floater is no good. Musina and Vadeeva on the glass, but tremendous work. Bella Aleri just hung around. And if you put yourself in the keyway, good things happen.
But, you know, keep in mind, that was kept alive by Hibbard.
Yeah. Klutschuk doesn't get it, but offensive rebound, Shirin, and she throws it and recycles it. Russia get a new 14. Musina takes the ball screen, finds a little space, stops and pops, and they foul the jump shooter. Ty Harris is charged with a personal. And there's no surprise here about how they've gone small on Musina because they recognize she really does get touches on the perimeter.
Yeah, I mean, do you put a guard on her? Do you put a post on her? It's a tough call.
Well, what it does, if they go small, it means that someone's got to guard Shirin on the perimeter too. So there's go to the source of all the good things that happen for Russia and make her work hardest. She makes the first from the free throw line. And 2 for 2, ties it. The first of many ties, I would assume, in this game. It's going to go right down to the wire. Shuk Sutton in the half court, guarded by Musina. Harris, a little weave as Dangerfield comes up to the foul line, knocks it down.
And that's a great start for her. Like I said, I don't think we saw the talent that she's capable of in yesterday's game. I mean, this is a UConn guard. She plays for the best university in the U.S., so it's
great
no
little
surprise.
slip, but the pass wasn't there. And the USA off and running. Easy two, but they get it to drop. And Ty Harris goes coast to coast for the two. And the USA with a 6-2 advantage. Sharon puts it on the floor. Vadeeva outside, tries to back down. Nice seal, nice pass. Poor finish. And the physicality and the quickness looks like it's worrying Musina early part of this game. Dangerfield for the three is early, is good. Early timeout for Russia.
I like that Coach McConnell-Serio decided to say, you know what, we're going to play our game. We're going to go with the people that we have started this tournament and who have done well for us, who give us momentum early in the game, even though you're going up against an incredibly good backcourt in Vadeeva and Musina. So they're saying, we're sticking to our game plan. You have to guard our type of style.
Well, Vadeeva's just going to go to work here. It's too easy. They just run a little screen action. They get a switch, and she just walks down the keyway to get the easy two. And they really did need to establish that part of the game. Sutton gets to the keyway, off the glass for two. Tremendous athletic ability to turn the corner and finish. Vadeeva's going to come off the block, catches it at the high post, thinks about the mid-range jump shot. And you're going to love that if you're the USA.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if she wants to shoot those shots, which we saw her hit a 3 yesterday, she's very capable of shooting a shot around the free throw line. But you're going to give her that.
Diva picks up the personal, and that's a great sign for the US. Going into the post, drawing contact. Russia so 2-3 zone out of bounds, and they come up with a stop. And Zabialova will look long, just about gets it across. Musina has it. They're going to chase her off the screen. Pick and pop. Shinadlak puts it on the floor. Goes strong and has it taken away. Musina stays with it and gets the 2.
And how many times did we see that yesterday?
Dangerfield, who started this game very confidently. Russia again is just going to try and contain and gap. Alari puts it on the floor, tries to make some space. Will go outside to Harris. And the Russians go like for like switch. Harris steps back, he's short. And that's not the game that the USA are going to want to play here. Very slow down, and Russia just controlled it then. Great effort by Hebert on defense. Dangerfield's off to the races. Spins to the middle, goes up off the glass for 2 and 1. And when she gets going, she gets going.
I mean, you saw how fast she was.
If they're going to foul, surely they'd have fouled then, not now on the shot.
Yeah, you never want to give up an and one as a coach. You know, they always say if you're going to foul, make sure it's hard or foul on the dribble before the shot.
Well, the rebound is secured by Vadeeva. Dangerfield's up the floor, does not allow Zabialova to run things. Musina's inside, goes with the left hand. There's a scouting report that says she likes to go that way. 13-8, Dangerfield.
You know, we saw her go to her left hand a lot yesterday, and she's great at finishing with her left hand. Trust me, the U.S. knows she likes to go left. Who's on fire right now?
Well, Dangerfield with 2 threes early. I think 10 points already, and we've only played 5 minutes. And the U.S. only has 15. There's a blocking foul on Vadeeva. I think the USA bench might be asked to sit down at some point by the officials.
Yeah, you saw the official there tell them to.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
They're young. That's a blocking foul because she went.
That was
she
a
went
good
over
call.
the
I mean,
top,
it was
yeah.
a little bit of a flop, and it was a good job that the ref didn't buy into that flop.
Musina stops and pops and buries the long 2.
And I mean, we've seen her shoot from outside, but I would also give her that as well. If I had to give up anything, I would give up a shot just inside the 3 off the dribble. But guess what? She can knock it down.
Well, that was smooth. That was in rhythm. Dangerfield, who's been just phenomenal at the start of this game. Sutton in the keyway will kick it. Harris moves it on. Sutton has it again outside the 3, down to 6 on the possession. Will take the ball screen, there's a switch. Now she'll attack it, takes the tough one off the glass, doesn't get the drop, and Vadeeva is just too strong, too everything on the glass, and then just throws it away. Great read, easy 2. And even the best can get it wrong. Ty Harris just read it from a mile away.
Yeah, and this is where you see how athletic the U.S. are. And I really think that they can punish and disrupt the Russian guards in the full court with their athleticism on defense.
Shuren goes to Musina in the post. Little easy 2 for Vadeeva. You can't get caught looking at the ball. That inside combination is going to be a tough ask. 18-12, and Russia have responded to the excellent start by the USA. Dangerfield stops. If that goes in, let's go home now. Vadeeva comes down with a rebound. Such a quick move, though. She's at a level at the moment.
And, you know, like I said, she's the one who played against these 2 superstars for the Russia.
Ball's blocked.
2 years ago, and she knows that it wasn't an easy game and that you need to step up, and that's what she's done here early for this USA team.
Well, yesterday we talked about the energy that Shanity Carter had to bring, but at the moment she's got to maintain. It's a different type of role, but you know there's only one way she can play, which is like if she's got an opportunity to score, she's going to try and take it.
Yeah, that's her game, and that's, you know, everyone knows that she's out there to score, and she can score, and she can score quick, and she makes difficult shots.
Diva has it top. She's just going to try and work her way down low. Goes into traffic. Great help by Alari. Tremendous defensive rotation. We got the mid-court foul to stop anything happening in transition.
And that's a great defense by the U.S.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you have to do. You have to sort of shock her with the trap, because she will be able to. She's talented enough that she can make the pass if the trap's a little hesitant.
Yeah.
And they weren't that time.
Safonova joins the game as Russia showed a 2-3 zone. Pretty standard looking matchup. Alari's going to work in the post, but goes inside, outside. Diva just, that's a rebound.
It is, and you...
In transition, Krulushuk just didn't even give it a second look. And Russia close it to 3. And Dangerfield says, hey, let's have a look at what we have in the half court. Carter's going to attack it, stops. There's that rainbow 2 and off the glass, and they were open late enough in the bronze game.
You know, yeah, the banks were open in the bronze game, and they're open tonight as well.
Safonova needs a pass, finds one. Shurin, who's not in that place she was yesterday where she wasn't even thinking, she would have taken that. Great defensive effort. Dangerfield's defense to stop the handoff was just so quick.
Look at this shot by Carter. I mean, you want to talk about offensive talent? She had momentum going forwards, was cut off. It was good defense. She said, you know what, no problem. I'm just going to step back, slow down, go through my legs, and knock it down.
Carter again, when she has it, you know she's going to attack you. Moves it on. Hebert, who's yet to get herself going, and that's way out of her range. Great look, great run, the run ring to ring. And Diva outworks everybody for the 2. Great lead pass.
It was, you know, that was her shot contest on defense, and she just won the foot race there down the court, and it was a perfect pass.
Dangerfield outside, has a look at what she has. USA in slow down mode. Hebert goes baseline and just gets blocked. It was almost as though Diva says, you can go there if you want, because there's no way you're going to come back out. Diva fires the 3. Shurin can't collect. And Joyner Holmes will check in. I think Joyner Holmes' contribution here is going to be important. They've got to keep running bodies at Diva, and she's going to, the Texas University student's going to have to put in a performance today.
And she is one of the leaders. We didn't see a lot of her yesterday, but she is one of the leaders for this team. You know, she's, I wouldn't be surprised if she has a good performance tonight. She makes this all-star team for the tournament. Like, that's how good Holmes is.
Zabielova out top will take the ball screen. Comes back on a reposition. Attacks it, floats it. Safonova had the shot, takes the dribble, which made life a lot harder. And off to the races is Carter. Great look, just wraps that pass. Great trail player. Holmes blows the layup, and Diva just outworks everybody again and comes down with another rebound. And Russia will try and hold for the last shot of this first quarter. Great hands by Dangerfield. She's been around everything that's good for the US. Holmes again on the layup, blows another one, but Alari does what she does. Just does the solid basic things, outworks her opponent, gets the 2. And at the end of 1, the USA on the back of this putback as Holmes missed back-to-back layups. Alari gets the offensive rebound, puts it back 22-17, and we are set up really nicely.
what do? Do you just play her?
I play for as long as I possibly can.
Yeah, you
I might even think about just using timeouts to rest her.
Yeah. No, really, though.
Yeah.
I mean, her and Musina are going to play big minutes tonight. And you say, okay, you're 18 years old. I know this is the last game. I know it's been a long 10 days, and I know you're tired, but this is for gold. Can you fight through?
Well, Safanova's got to step up and complete the job that she's been doing so far in this tournament. Konienko's in the backcourt with her. The three is gone. Is short. And again, the USA chance to run. And that's exactly what Sutton wants to do. Goes coast to coast with it, doesn't get the roll. And Vadeeva comes down with yet another rebound. That'll be her 8th rebound already. Safonova.
She averages a double-double for this tournament. And
wraps it inside. Vadeeva goes up for 2. I mean, like, Safanova's not going to make that layup and just lob it up there. She'll get it.
Yeah. This is what I'm talking about. If you're a guard and you get to play with Vadeeva, your life just becomes easier.
Here's Carter outside the three-point line. Looks to attack it. Looks to hesitate. Gets a little... Did she step out of bounds? I thought she got a bump, but...
And if I am the U.S., I don't mind being aggressive and maybe attacking Vadeeva a little bit and seeing if you can get her into foul trouble.
Well, one high school player replaced by another as Megan Walker checks in and replaces Shanity Carter. And Safonova in the half court, little hesitation. They offer it a baseline, she doesn't take it. Vadeeva's gonna catch this high. Musina ducks, wants it down low, doesn't get it. The three is gone, he's short. And Alari comes down with another rebound. She's accumulating some numbers tonight. Dangerfield stops in the lane, doesn't get the drop, and the ball will belong to Russia.
Dangerfield is talented.
Oh.
I mean, look at this. I know she missed, but how do you guard that?
Well, you don't, do you?
You don't, and you hope
try.
that happens where that was a good shot.
You make it as tough as you can, but Sheeran, I do think Sheeran's going to have to become a factor here. Someone else is going to have to score for Russia, and this is her chance from the three-point line, puts it up and throws an air ball. There were the shots yesterday she was knocking down for fun in the first half. And we got a mid-court foul. And Klamar picks up the personal, just takes one for the team. And Dangerfield is going to sit. And they still have talent coming in, but they don't have the same quality when Dangerfield steps out.
No, there's a reason why Dangerfield is captain, why she's a leader of this team. But that being said, this U.S. team is packed with guards.
Well, Safonova has a chance to run, and Russia have 4 bodies down the floor. They turn down, then they're going to lock it down. Safonova for 3 is buried in transition. And Safonova, is she going to be their 3rd scorer? Because someone has to step in. Did she toe the line? Is someone else toeing the line?
We saw a lot of that in the last game. Maybe our view is a little far away, so we just think everything's a 3.
Holmes goes to work, doesn't get the drop. That's another layup she's blown. Great move, though. Safonova in transition. Mid-range on the end of the break is short, and Holmes just corrals it in and then leads the break. Doesn't like the numbers, backs it out. Oh, great little hesitation, but cannot get the drop, Sutton. Walker for the 3 is off. And if we're going to be critical here, the U.S. is a little bit quick. It's a little bit trigger happy at the moment. But that's the style they want to play.
That is, and it's not how Russia wants to play.
No.
And I don't disagree with it. You know what? Play your style and make Russia guard your game.
Musina gets in the lane, spins, goes up for 2,
How
and
talented
drops
is
it.
she?
And after the USA got out to the quick start, Russia take their first lead of the game. And Hubert Musina would put them there. Holmes out top. Walker gets to the high post. She has the tool set. Fade away for 2. Beautiful looking release. Quality, absolute quality on the release. Safonova.
That's just a big time shot.
Yeah. Rosina steps back for the three. Oh, oh. Have we got into the wrong game? Is this really an under-19 game? Walker tries to answer with three and he's short. The one thing that the USA can't do is get into head-to-heads here. If Walker comes down and thinks, I'm going to make the shots that she makes, I don't think they win that way. I think if 5 guys run and 5 guys get back, they have a chance. If they make it like, I'm going to outscore you, I think Russia have this.
Yeah, I agree with you.
We've seen it, tries to turn the corner, needs a pass, goes over the top. Great little pass, great little finish. Kornienko gets the 2. And that's what Russia need is contributions, and that's what they're getting.
And you want to see the U.S. run a play here, share the ball.
Harris wraps it. Hebert goes inside, and there's no Vadiva, so Hebert just takes it up strong and gets the 2.
Exactly, and that's what happens when Russia has to give Vadiva a little bit of a break, right?
Totally. Turnover, everybody's on the floor. And who's coming up with that? No one. The ball will belong to the United States. Great effort. Here's the move by Hebert. Strong, takes it straight at the ring. Soft hands on the finish. So the great and good of Russian and American basketball in the facility. And after the timeout, the USA, with 5:10 to go in the first half, trade it by 2, but have possession. Carter going baseline, only knows one way to play, and that's the way to play. Baseline penetration, takes it up strong, gets the 2, and Carter will always tick the scoreboard over. Cena puts it on the floor with the right hand. Nice pass. It's great seal. And the recognition and the IQ with the switch, but then the execution individually to seal off. Tremendous.
And to have the ability as a power forward to make that pass from Musina as well that's next level. It really is.
Feet set. Harris is long. Who's coming down with it? Kremar will bring it. Now she has a look, gets it back where it should go to Kavialova, and she backs it out. Wow, great play. Hebert read it so well as she switched. Great early pass. Harris doesn't like what she sees. Lines it up. The 3 is gone in transition. Buried it. Sutton for 3, and the USA take the lead back over 31-30, and they shared it beautifully in transition right then.
Yeah, they did, and that was a good decision. You kind of thought maybe they were going to try and go up, but they didn't. They pulled it out. Sure enough, you had a semi-transition. You knocked down the 3.
We've seen it trying to go to work. Now needs a pass. And the help was late from Hebert. And beautiful back cut. That was eye of a needle time in terms of the pass. Oh, the out-of-bounds play is blocked. Great execution, but Safonova for 3 is long. And the Russians come up with the offensive rebound, and they get the 2. And it was much more of a team rebound situation. But Kuzukar comes up with the 2, and Russia, we have yet another lead change. And there's a hold. You know, there are times at this level, who'd be a referee on the ball screen? Because is it a hold? Is it a moving screen? There's a lot of physicality. Corner's wide open for Harris, but she doesn't connect. And Russia have a chance to run. Great lead par. What an effort defensively. Carter just outworked everybody in transition. And saved a certain 2. Stops. Puts up the rainbow, nothing but string.
That's a rainbow shot if I've ever seen one. And she just plays with so much confidence. I mean, look at that. She hustled, got back, got the steal.
Well,
Wow.
historically,
and then Russia comes right back, though.
yeah, historically, the pick and roll has been a bit of a, they're going to call that as a foul. Well, Safonova is going to pick up the second foul. I just saw a slip, but let's take a look. Safanova's getting back. There's a little, well, there's not really contact.
I mean, you know, it was a good job by Carter to sort of put her elbow down a little bit. Yeah, I think she slipped, and maybe that's what the ref saw, thinking it was more of a foul.
Historically, in various games, at various points of their history, you know, USA being the dominant force in the game has struggled in certain competitions with pick and roll defense. You know, and it was early pick and roll there, and it was early, but they really didn't get any help, and the Russians are really reading, and the IQ is high coming off that pick and roll. Be interesting to see if the Americans have a way, they're going to decide to guard it. Messina composes herself, gets an angle, and finishes.
I mean, that's just a tall order for Carter to have to try and guard Messina. And Russia does a good job of realizing the mismatch, though. They're calm, they're collected, and they get the ball to her.
Oh, Dangerfield's back in. He's short with the three. Alari's back in, and she's been doing, again, what she's been doing for the whole tournament. It's a little blue-collar roll she's got. Meanwhile, normal service restored, and Shinadi Carter hits down another two. Wow.
I mean, she had a great game yesterday, and she's playing like she did yesterday.
Oh, Messina has a look at what she has. Put it inside. There's going to be a travel, surely. I was going to say, when is Vadiva going to come back? And she's going to come back.
She did get a good little break there.
Yeah, there's only a minute and a half of the quarter. She's going to get the whole of the half time. And guess what? They've dealt with her being out of the game really well, 36 apiece.
They have, and maybe that's why they left her on the bench for as long as they did.
Or Sharon's going to come back in. That probably means Messina's going to sit. Oh, I think Carter just found us.
Did you see that? She blocked the ball, was able to save it while falling out of bounds and outlet the pass.
Oh, the turnover. Alari is fouled in transition. Is that Vadiva's second foul? Yep.
Look at this play right here. Great awareness.
I think I'm a EuroLeague player here. You're just a high school kid. I'm going to tell you, you're not going to bring it in on me.
And yeah, we talked about that before the game. I mean, if you talk about an experienced player, it's Vadiva. She has the most experience. Vadiva's used to playing against the likes of a Brittany Griner.
Absolutely.
A Tina Charles, do you know what I mean? Superstars. And she holds her own against them, so.
Well, Dangerfield, that one. Oh. Crystal, Dangerfield. Forget the rest of the highlights. Just replay this. You missed the best bit. The shot was tough enough, but the little move before. Jumps, leaning back, little contact, gets the N1 play. Whatever she had for breakfast or whatever this morning, take some of that. She has come out with so much energy.
And you know, she's making up for yesterday. She realized she didn't play the game that she's capable of playing yesterday, and she feels like doing it on the even bigger stage here at the gold medal game. 14 for the U.S., 25 for Russia. And we talked about, you know, Russia leads this tournament in rebounding, and they have not disappointed yet. And I think that's a big reason why they're in this game, because the U.S. have played great. They really have. Don't get me wrong. Russia's made enormous baskets as well, but their rebounding has given them that opportunity.
The Diva will catch it high, and then she'll go down and then try and seal. There she is. They don't find her, though. Well, puts it on the floor. Sharon down the middle, tries to shovel it off. But David gets the offensive rebound, goes back up. It's going to go back up again, fights for it. And she will draw the foul, but that's only the second team foul for the USA in this quarter. And they'll all be disappointed they didn't score. It's an effort on the glass, though. They go long. Sharon again turns down the option for the three. Musina puts it on the floor. Little hesitation, spins to the middle. Has it knocked away. And a foot violation and a 14-second reset.
And, you know, we talked about, I said for Carter, that's an incredibly difficult mismatch. She's giving up a lot of height on Musina. But guess what? Carter's athletic. She's fast. She's quick. And that's what we saw there. She knew Musina was going to kind of dribble her down backwards. And Carter was able to get a little hand on it.
Well, only a second or so differential between game and shot clock. And Samanova travels, little indecision. Real indecision by, it's one of those things, she would have normally shot it because of the shot clock situation. She decided not to. Russia do not have a foul to give. This is going one way. Carter goes up, is fouled and one.
And that's Vadiva's third foul. I mean, she didn't just make that and one. Vadiva now has 3 fouls going into the halftime. How good is she?
Everyone in the gym knew exactly what was going to happen. And they couldn't stop it. And she completes the three-point play. And that last 40 seconds, 20 seconds for Russia has been a nightmare of a period of time. They trail by 6. And the USA, the relentless nature of their pressure, the relentless nature of what they're trying to put on the floor. We said it might take them, however long it takes them, they're going to get benefits out of it. And it took them 19 minutes, 50 seconds, and then they get something from it. They lead at the half, 42-36. So Russia on the wrong end of a 6-point margin with foul trouble on their superstar center. We'll have the first look at the half court. Sharon, who's been no factor at all in that first half, has got to start contributing. Wow, what a start for her.
I mean, you called it. You said she needs to start contributing.
It didn't look the most convincing drive.
It didn't. And you know what? This is where the U.S., though, have put a guard on Musina. And so Hibbert has a tall task of guarding, as a post player, guarding a guard, essentially, right?
Yep.
And I think that was just good awareness that, you know, I'm a little faster. Maybe I can get an advantage if I take it hard.
Well, they can't complete the M1 play. And Larry comes down with another positive stat. That's an 8th rebound. Sutton in the half court will get it to Dangerfield, who has led this team in so many ways at the start of this game. Gets it on the reposition screen, a little hesitation. Holmes is due. Ooh, I'm not quite sure it went back court. I think the referee might have been a little bit
you know what? Holmes
crazy.
kind of ran back thinking she also thought she went over and back. You know, we have the benefit of looking on the screen here,
Yeah.
and it didn't quite look like it.
No. But a great effort defensively. Sloppy inbound pass, and Dangerfield just said, I'll take that.
I mean, you saw how fast Dangerfield is in the first half. Why would you make that kind of a pass?
Dangerfield stops inside the 3, is way off though, so they dodge a bullet. And Russia could have had a perfect start. Missed the M1, turned it over, but then I've still got a chance to eat into the lead without any response. Vadiva underneath is foul, but we'll go to the free throw line. That's a little too soft of a cut. She's got to get bumped.
Yeah, you need that cross screen. The guard needs to do a better job of bumping and giving Holmes a chance to three-quarter or get a little closer even.
Well, Vadiva will be disappointed. She missed the shot. Even more disappointed now she's missed the first of the 3 throws.
She's an 86% free throw shooter, so she's wondering why that didn't go in also.
Normal service is resumed on the second one. And a 3-0 start for Russia at the start of this third period. Cuts this to a 3-point lead. Harris will go to Holmes at the high post, who puts it on the floor, goes at Vadeeva and then can't get it to drop. Well, there's the intent of going at the Vadeeva in the foul trouble. Vadeeva's down the floor, goes up and blows the layup, and you've got to give Harris so much credit for the challenge.
Yeah, she kind of made Vadeeva hang in the air probably a little bit uncomfortably.
Oh, then another early shot, and the USA is going to keep pushing it, keep taking the early shot. If they're open, they're going to shoot it. Musina looks inside, same play. Vadeeva turns, faces, and just knocks down the short two.
And this is what we talked about. Guess what? Vadeeva is used to playing against the U.S. women's national team players, the senior ones in the post position.
Oof.
So
well, it's almost like there's a philosophy here that says that if you don't stop me, I'm going to take a shot. So you've got to make me give up my shot. Harris,
exactly,
with the tough turnaround, gets the two. Shun again puts it on the floor, goes with a right hand, doesn't get the drop, and Vadeeva just can't get after it as hard as she would have normally done with a foul situation.
Exactly. I think she might have come up with that offensive
Oh.
What a great move. And this is the way the U.S. needs to play if they want to win this game. Russia can't let them go coast to coast and score.
Absolutely.
You know, you saw this. Vadeeva would typically probably come up with that rebound, but she can't rebound as hard now.
Well, Musina, for the first time probably in this competition, takes the ball to the far side of the ring, and Harris just said no. Moved her feet beautifully, gets her hands in, gets the held ball.
And that's the advantage of being a little smaller, faster. You know, if Messina brought the ball down there, she brought it down to Harris's level.
Well, Kyla Overbeck checks in for the USA. Well, a little ball fake, step back for two. And Sutton on the foul line just stroked it. And the USA have answered that little Russian run so well. Little horn set. Musina, they missed the wide open in the corner. Musina is fouled on the jump shot. Well, Harris doesn't like the call, but if you chase the jump shooter and go after it, you're going to foul.
Yeah. And, you know, it's one of those you want to contest, but it's also an easy call for a ref.
Well, Musina is almost money in the bank from the free throw line. Makes the first. It's a 16th point already, make that 17. Dangerfield will get the USA into the half court. Baseline penetration, takes the floater.
That's a tough shot.
That's quality.
That, you know, that's a really tough shot. You can't guard that.
No. Gurchuk goes to Vadeeva in the post, who faces up. I mean, the level of this game is phenomenal. Both teams are at a level now. Dangerfield in the half court. Larry will reverse it. Again, Russia show that little 2-3 zone. The long three is on the back of the ring. Musina will advance the basketball. And this quickness has given her a few issues. Now she gets to the far side of the ring, but blows the layup. Vadeeva outworks everybody for two. And Russia come back to within three. Dangerfield out top says, okay, coach, let's run a half court. We haven't run one yet. Alari looks down low. They don't go there. Sutton. Alari gets it, takes the turnaround off the glass, doesn't get the drop. Shurin gets the rebound. Russia have a chance to run. Oh, the quick and early three.
Yeah, you had Vadeeva there with position, and if I'm Vadeeva, I'm looking at my guard and I'm saying, hey, you need to give me the ball when it's one-on-one coverage down there.
Well, and you get punished the other way as Harris just knocks it down. And if you do not get back in transition, this team is shooting the ball.
Yeah, absolutely, and that was all because of the fast, in my opinion, ill-advised three-point shot by Russia. And look, the U.S. made them pay.
Musina outside, again, the defense is just top draw. FIBA on a little dive inside for 2.
I mean, we said there's a superstar in this game, and we're seeing it on both ends of the court right now. I mean, FIBA already has a double-double.
Well, Carter Overbeck just can't guard FIBA. That's a for sure statement. Well, Larry comes up with another positive stat off the glass, doesn't get the drop. And Schoening gets it out. 2-on-1 break here for Russia. We've seen it down the middle for 2.
How talented is she with her left
We got a 2-point game, and we've got a great game. Dangerfield, the 2-3 zone is where Russia look like they're going to protect.
They kind of have to with FIBA's 3 fouls, right? You know,
Absolutely.
It's not a bad idea.
Dangerfield goes inside. Overbeck gets it away, but can't get it in. And FIBA does enough without potentially fouling. Musina lines up the 3. Got it! Timeout the United States of America. It's a 1-point game, and Russia have invested in a zone, and it's brought them back. The USA take the timeout, but FIBA gets a spell on the bench. I wouldn't leave it there for too long. 3:39 to go in the 3rd. Dangerfield. And this Russian little run has coincided with the USA playing half-court basketball. Meanwhile, Carter goes to work, doesn't get the drop, but gets her own rebound. She is just relentless.
I told you, she checked in, and she's going to have 2 points right now.
And
that was good defense. That was a good, they made her get a tough shot. She missed, but guess what? She got her own rebound. Now she's going to the free throw line.
She just brings that. She only knows one way to play the game, and she just plays that at a great, great level. And there might be some guys who say, oh, yo, she's just going to shoot it. But you earn that right, and you earn that right in 2 ways. 1, with your talent. 2, with your work ethic. She just went after that. And then she goes 2 for 2 from the line.
If you need a point, you go to her.
Safanova will get Russia into the half court. And Russia at the moment really don't, apart from Musina, don't have a scorer on the floor. Shurin attacks it. Yes, they do. Oh, she just blows the layup. Great work on the glass. Musina for 3 is short. And they're going to call her for the offensive foul. It looked like a foul from where I'm sitting.
It did. You know,
The reaction is a little different, but...
Let's see. Yeah. That's an easy foul. I mean, that's an easy call for the referee to make. I think Musina knew it too.
Oh, yeah. But unless you're going to leave FIBA out now for the quarter,
Do you rest her for 3 minutes and then you say, hey, you got to play the last 10 minutes?
She's going to get the 2-minute quarter break anyway. She sat down there for a couple of minutes. I think she needs to get in. That's a travel. Safanova will advance the basketball. I'm assuming that Russia will want something and Musina will end up with the basketball. Now she's got it. She's guarded by Carter. Carter's playing a little soft on her. Musina wants it. This is going up. Looks to attack the middle. And she's fouled as she tries to turn the corner. Depends how the officials call it. Some would say that she was on her way up, and they do as well.
And that's Hibbert's 4th foul. I mean, we've been talking about FIBA's foul trouble. Yeah, she need her.
Yeah.
And, Hibbert hasn't done a lot today compared to what she did yesterday, but she's very capable. So, I think that's a loss for them.
Oh, huge. Because the Holmes, as much as we all know that Joanna Holmes is a very good player, is an exceptional player, has not really found a way to contribute in this game. She has 0 points at the moment and is really struggling to find any offensive rhythm. And as Hebbert hasn't been as good as she was yesterday, but she is, at the moment, the most stable big.
Yeah, I agree with you. And you were talking about Holmes. She averages 9 points a game. 9.8 points a game and 9 rebounds. So she is one of their most consistent bigs in this tournament. But she hasn't found her rhythm today. She didn't have a great game yesterday. I mean, Hibbert was just magnificent. So obviously coach went with her yesterday. So it'll be interesting to see if Holmes can kind of get something going in the post for the U.S.
This Russian zone has literally slowed up this U.S. team until Carter touches the ball.
I mean,
someone in that zone, doesn't matter if you're man-to-man or zone, someone's got to realize she has it, so it's going up. She didn't even think.
She did not. She is just unconsciously scoring right now.
Oh, tough two for Kulichuk.
Oh, look at that. Oh.
Wow.
Great job hustling back, because that was going to be an easy 2 points for the U.S. and Carter.
Safanova. Musina has it. Tries to turn the corner. Gets a reposition. Feet set for three. Is way off. It's a battle on the glass. Everybody's not on the floor, but the U.S. just about retain it. Dangerfield in the open floor. Watch out. Wraps the pass. Holmes is fouled and still can't finish the play. And she is having one of those games that players just, it's a nightmare scenario for her.
And you know, Safanova, is that her fourth foul?
So this game now has it all. It has a foul issue. It has a quality.
It has superstars.
It has superstars, and it has a lot of people in the gym too.
Yes.
Well, Holmes gets her first 2 points. You love the opportunity. You're struggling, get to the free throw line.
That's what coaches tell you, right? You know, one of your better scorers, if you're struggling, you say, get to the free throw line. Dangerfield did a great job of pushing the tempo, getting the ball to her, and Holmes didn't hesitate. She took it strong. She knew she had an advantage there.
Well, Vadiva comes back. The last time they brought her back with a minute to go in a period,
it did not end well.
She picks up 2 fouls, so I'm not a lover of that.
No, and you're only down 2.
Messina will move it on. Savialova, Vadiva, and Holmes. She settles for the jump shot. And she's 4 from 4 on that jump shot this quarter.
She is. And keep going to that play. If I'm Russia, you know, you have Messina on the opposite side, kind of come off a screen. If nothing happens, you have that cross screen for Vadiva. So you have 2 great looks.
Oh, Dangerfield picks it up. And Messina comes down with a defensive rebound and puts it on the floor. Russia a chance to lead with around an 8-second differential between the shot and the game clock. We've got a whistle. And that'll be shooting for Russia.
Holmes just kind of got wrapped up a little bit, and yeah, I don't disagree with that call, or her trying to play a little bit more aggressive before the screen even happened. But I mean, there's a reason why these refs are doing this game also, and it's because they are the best refs in this tournament, and they see those kind of things.
So I think if Vadiva makes the second of these free throws, she'll sit, which is a pretty good move with 20 seconds of defense to come. Makes the first.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach is not going to risk her picking up her 4th foul with 20 seconds left.
And the Russians have a foul to give, so you could see them coming in here with a couple of bodies just to waste that, use that foul up. So Vadiva and Savialova is stepping out. So, and they're going to still show the zone, but they've got a foul to give if they need to. Dangerfield will advance the basketball for the USA. Dangerfield slices through, great pass, Holmes for 2. She can't make that, and she's fouled on the floor, but I think they'll give her shots, and that's the 4th layup or little 2-footer she's just been unable to complete.
I mean, Holmes is mad at herself, but could we just give props to Dangerfield right there? That was a beautiful pass. She was quick, she was aggressive. They're so worried about her scoring, you know, and Dangerfield penetrated there, kept her eyes on the rim the whole time. So that's why she was able to pass the ball to Holmes, because everyone thought that Dangerfield was going to go up.
Well, Holmes misses the first of the 2. It doesn't matter if you played at an NCAA Division I school. When you're a young player on the way through the pathway, when you're having a bad time, it's a tough time. You've got to find a way to make it work for yourself here, but that's hard. Musina throws it away. Wrong person, wrong place, wrong time. But the Russian Under-19 team has had a beautiful third quarter for them. They trailed by 6 at the half. They lead by 2 at the end of 3. And that has been a quality performance by both teams.
US coach is going to be able to go to her bench and say, you know what, maybe you're only going to be in there for 2 minutes, but I want you to really disrupt this Russian team.
They look for Diva down low. They get the back screen. Great hands by Ilaria, and she is long. She just extended there.
She is, and you know, she's one of those players, if you're watching this game, you don't necessarily really notice what she does. She's not, you know, on the stat sheet other than rebounds, really, but she's a big part of their success right now.
Kulichuk turns it over. Ilaria now leads the break, shows a nice handle. And Holmes can't surely miss that, and she doesn't. We got a new game with 9:29 to go. We're tied at 62. Diva will hand off Musina. Little weave by the Russians. It's a little passive, a little slow at the moment. So what? Diva has it, squares up. And a little bit better by Holmes because she just forced her off the block a little further. Dangerfield in transition, off the glass, doesn't get the drop. And Larry just does the smart thing. And Musina is down. And I don't think Coach McConnell needs to ask about it. She's down under the basket. You have to stop the game.
Yeah, because it's more the danger, you know.
Yeah.
Someone might trip over her, and hurt, you know, a U.S. player might trip over Musina, who's on the ground. So it's more of a danger thing. Yeah,
if she's in the corner or wherever, as long as they don't think she's seriously hurt, fine.
And, you know, sorry, we keep talking about Diva, how she's going up against women who don't have her experience. Guess what? Musina plays EuroLeague as well.
Yep.
In Poland for you know, a traditionally great basketball club as well. So she's also used to playing against the best in the world. Oh, wow. I mean, you're just shaking your head, Mark. What do you do?
Like you don't run.
How
You don't need to run a thing. You just don't need to run a thing.
Just give the ball to Carter.
But no Russian had a hand on it. Kulichuk answers with 3 of her own, and that was with a hand on it.
This game is going to go, you called it, this game is going to go down to the wire. And basketball fans, I mean, if you're just tuning in now, you have missed some spectacular performances.
Great pass. Holmes blows another one. Oh, you got to feel for her. She's a great, great player, and she's just having one of those days where, and now she's probably thinking about it too.
And do you think maybe it's a little bit of the defensive?
Oh, back-to-back threes. Kulichuk. They see the 3 from Carter. Kulichuk goes down and goes back-to-back from the 3-point line. If the USA could just get a little more contribution on the inside, it would really, really help the cause. Here's Dangerfield, who really has already carried her team in so many ways. They get the high screen. Dangerfield will reverse it. Ilaria inside, outside. Little floater on the runner is long. Ilaria keeps it alive. Holmes just can't complete the play. But Ilaria gets it, a great effort on the glass, and we got to travel on the play. It's almost automatic. If you catch it and go the same way, it's without a crossover step. Even if it's not, the referee calls it.
Yeah, at the international game, especially, you know, and that's what these U.S. players aren't used to. You know, it's not a travel in North America.
Safonova almost picked it up and turned it over. Diva puts it on the floor, goes to the far side of the ring. Tough move. Just put it on the floor and took it strong. And Russia have their biggest lead of the game.
And, you know, we talked about Holmes' struggles.
Dangerfield in the lane, doesn't get the drop. We got a whistle on it. They've called that on for Diva? No. Yes, they have.
4th?
That's a 4th foul. I'd like to see it again.
I mean, you know, she's done a good job since she's been in foul trouble of standing straight up.
I don't think it is. I'm not sure it is her. Carter puts it up and misses, but Holmes gets the rebound. Nice find. Larry goes to the middle, tries to step through off the glass for two. Fundamental move, solid.
Incredibly fundamental. She knows Vadeeva can't swat and get a foul. I mean, that's a big time move by a role player.
Yep, 6:40.
A role player who's played some of the longest minutes for them. So clearly she has a very important role on this team.
Alari's going to be called for the personal on that play. Just a little bit too reaching like. Here's the move, or maybe not. Here's the foul. Vadeeva stops, fires it up from two. And you've got to like that if you're a US fan, that she wants to shoot that shot. Oh, tough.
They are so talented offensively at every position.
Sutton goes to 11 points personal. And the Russians go on a run. Now the USA are on their run. Russia with a 1-point advantage. Dangerfield advances the basketball. Gets in the lane, little floater, doesn't get the drop, but Vadeeva comes down with a rebound. Dangerfield almost comes up with it. Safonova will advance the ball. Safonova, hands off. Zavialova, Safonova in the corner gets a little contact after the release.
And guess who's running?
Carter for two.
I don't even.
Well,
she is a highlight reel.
She is literally. That's literally what I was going to say. She is literally a highlight reel. When she has the ball, just film. You know you're going to get shots. She's a cameraman's dream. Vadeeva gets it in the post. She wants a little space to play. Steps through, goes up soft with the left hand, doesn't get the drop, and Hebert comes down with it, and that's the last two. Vadeeva's just come up short. Dangerfield will hand it on to Carter. Who else? And why not? Goes off the glass. Wow. She is a scoring machine. 73-70.
24 points, 7 for 11 shooting.
Vadeeva, they're gonna milk this matchup now. Tries to go to the far side of the ring. Carter gets a piece of it. Both ends of the floor, she's getting it done. Musina draws contact. And Vadeeva at the moment, the only thing I'd say is a little bit, throw it into Vadeeva and stand still.
Yeah.
And what they've been very good at is getting action out of her as well as points. Russia will have it on the sideline. Musina, who hasn't been a factor in this little run. She still only has the 24 points. Has gone a little quiet. Zavialova, little hesitation. Well, she had the layup, but why not give it to Musina for two?
She goes, you know what? An assist is just as good as 2 points.
Absolutely.
And, you know, that's great awareness of knowing who. She knew Musina was there. She knew it was Musina who she was going to pass to. And she knows that she's money.
Foul line jump shot for Dangerfield is long. Great work by Holmes on the glass out of the area, and the USA are closing that gap on the glass.
Yeah, they are. They've really stepped it up here in the fourth quarter on the boards.
Carter, it's going up for three. Is off.
She's human.
Musina's off to the races. Russia in transition. Look, stops and pops. Musina on a little lean back for two. And it really does look like the end of a heavyweight battle, and it's been a heavyweight battle. 73-74, Dangerfield has it, and the Russian zone is still there at that 2-3 shape. Larry outside, moves it on. At some point, surely Carter gets tired. Surely. In the lane, tries to skip it through to Hibbert for the M1, and Musina was asleep at the back of the keyway. And Carter just shows you she's a player, she's not just a scorer. A scorer takes the shot then, she just dumped it down.
And it was a hard pass. It wasn't a simple pass she made. It was the right pass, it was the right move. They're so worried about her, but she was able to execute.
Well, Vadiva corrals the rebound. The USA lead it by 1. Turnover, and Carter again. She just does not know how to stay out of the action.
No, she doesn't. And you know what? She didn't come up with a steal, but guess what? She prevented an easy basket for Russia. Talk about hustle.
Well, the USA only had the 1 timeout. Russia still have 2 to use. Vadiva, wide open look for Shirin for 2 is good. And that's what we're talking about in terms, you've got to move to give some space for Vadiva. And Russia stay with the zone.
And you know what, the US, they need to double on Vadiva. They have to. They need to help Hibbert out on defense.
Carter is going to travel. Changed the pivot foot, went one way, came back. Russia have it by 1. 76-75 with the basketball, and Musina will advance it. Goes straight into Vadiva. Goes inside, left-hand hook. That's a veteran senior player move.
As an 18-year-old,
exactly.
That's a veteran senior player move.
3-point advantage, 2:30 to go. Dangerfield. The zone has just slowed it up a little. Dangerfield outside the 3, thinks about it, crosses over. The long mid-range 2 is no good, and Musina. And Carter, even Carter's beginning to look a little tired for the United States at the moment.
I mean, I would be tired after her performance.
Musina decides to take the 2, and it's no good. Vadiva's on the glass. The ball belongs to Russia. 2:02 to go. I think the Russian team may need a timeout just to give someone a blow here. They can't take anyone out. Vadiva is the inbound relief for pressure. She's fouled. The foul was a good foul because it saved a certain 2. Because they fouled Vadiva.
Vadiva's upset because she realized they fouled and she should have gone up.
Just let it go.
Yeah, because she would have been going to the free throw line right now.
And they're going on the side line, not the end line. Change of call for the Russians. Zavialova gets a little space. Shunan going to the hoop is, I was going to say blocked by Alilari, but the referee calls the foul.
I mean, there was a lot of contact before the block, I think.
Well, let's have a look. There's a foul there.
There's the contact before. Well, yeah, I mean, it was a foul.
Yeah.
I thought it was a block, but then...
And sometimes I do not like the way referees let plays develop, so it will be, if there's a foul, call it. They let it develop because it means they're going to go to the line. But Shirin, this is when free throws become crucial. She misses the first. Forget that it's a gold medal game. You're in the gym thousands and thousands of times. You in the free throw line. And 0 for 2. What a rebound. We see it. What a board.
And your three-point shooter is, oh, they were late in getting her the ball.
Zavalova for 3. Snatches at it. Great work by Carter. Oh.
She is doing everything for them.
Handles it. Mid-court foul, and she's turned it over. And you really, I get so frustrated when referees decide there is no contact, so they're going to let the play. That's a foul, call the foul.
But they didn't call it.
I know.
So you can't decide to call a foul now because...
I would say, I think they have to. It's the wrong thing.
Let's see here.
That's a foul.
And it was clearly off US. So if you either call a foul...
And the thing about it is, there was a foul. They didn't want to call it because they thought she was going to lay it up. And that's why you can't make that decision, because you do not know what's going to happen after. Now, the right thing in some ways has happened because the USA have the basketball.
Yes, and it should be their ball.
Yeah. Carter going up. Tough move off the glass for two.
We just talked about how she looks so tired, but guess what? She's still getting it done for them.
What a move. Kennedy Carter takes it to a 1-point game. FIBA gets it inside. Great pass, great finish, and one. What a play. Oh, what a play.
I mean, wow, this is a show. This is a show right now.
Great movement, great awareness by FIBA. FIBA is a basketball player, full stop. So is Carter too, and we're seeing a lot of them.
We saw an MVP move by Carter. We saw an MVP pass from FIBA, and we saw an MVP finish from Musina.
And Musina completes the three-point play.
I mean, these are superstars already.
And
they're not superstars in the making,
No,
Mark.
they are. Oh, and Hebert can't handle the pass.
And Carter just looks exhausted.
It's a two-possession game, and Russia, well, someone's got to get open. Just about. And Carter fouls, and they foul Musina, who doesn't miss free throws, and she's on the halfway line, and it's still only a 4-point game.
No, you talked about Musina, and you know she's an 85% free throw shooter. In today's game, she is 7 for 7. So, if you're Russia, you're comfortable, and that's the person who you want on the line.
Well, this is a chance for her to go to 33 points personal in a gold medal game.
But I mean, who do you give the MVP to right now? Could we give it to Carter, Musina, and FIBA? Is that? Do they have enough
go with an all-star 5.
watches?
Just go with an all-star 5 and say you're
and then
great.
You guys are all
you're
MVP.
All great, yeah. Musina goes 2 for 2. The USA take their last timeout.
We have seen MVP performances from both sides.
And Russia show man-to-man coming out of that timeout. Carter in the lane, floats one. Oh! Oh!
She is so good!
Kennedy Carter just breathes life back into the USA in the gold medal game. What a move.
I mean, she is, look at this. Look at this.
Gets bumped, gets contact, finishes the play. The kid can just play. Zavialova will inbound the basketball. It looks like Musina's going to come try and get it. Surely the Russians will have to deal with a switch from the Americans on everything. Oh, and Dangerfield's got it. But Musina just recovers it. Dangerfield's got it. Dangerfield with a chance for the 2. Goes up, blows the layup. And they blow the miss. And then there's a foul. Dangerfield and then Hebert just could not get the ball to drop.
I mean, Dangerfield, look at this, 2 missed opportunities, but talk about hustle. I mean, she almost got a steal off the inbounds. She stayed with it. She's so incredibly fast. And FIBA, I mean, good job hustling back and staying with it and corralling that ball.
Absolutely. FIBA was the first Russian to react, the first Russian to get back, and she's on the free throw line to potentially ice this. Makes the first. It's a 2-possession game anyway. It just becomes a 2 3-pointer possession. FIBA to make it a 6-point game. And she's missed that 5-point game. Needs
There's
to get
so
it going.
much time.
Dangerfield.
Look how fast they are. Look at this.
And she's fouled because they have 2 to give.
That's a smart foul. And, you know, Dangerfield, again, we talked about, she should have maybe tried to go up in a shooting form knowing that the foul is coming. But you don't want to turn it over either, though.
And she had the chance. You know, there's a lot of ifs, buts, and maybes.
Yeah. It's a lot easier for us to watch it.
Could have stopped and popped the 3. All sorts of things. Still 15 seconds to go. Carter's got it. She goes up. She's fouled on the 3-point shot.
This is one of the most exciting basketball games I have ever seen at any level, Mark. You've done this for a long time. You're a coach. You've been commentating. Is this not incredible, the talent and the level that we are watching right now?
This is one of, there are a number of games, but because of the outstanding individual performances, it just adds it. There's too many to go through here, but Carter, that foul gets the USA right back in this game.
And you know, you called it at halftime when we were off air. You said this is going to be an 80-point game. I didn't know both teams are going to be in the 80s.
Carter needs to make both. Makes the second. This makes it a 2-point game if she makes it. She's already made it a 1-possession game. But when Russia just thought they were almost over the line, Kennedy Carter takes it away from them. Closes it to a 2-point game. Russia take the timeout. You've got to see Vadeeva. The way they've lined up here, Vadeeva's got to come back to the ball. And there she is.
So I would get it back to Vadeeva.
They can't foul like that, but...
we've talked about this summer. So is that an intentional push in the back?
That is. I would hate it to be called.
No, I would hate it to be called as well. But it is something that the refs have now started to call a lot more. So that's a huge basket. Huge basket because they need to make a 3.
Well, this makes it a 2-possession game. This makes it Russia's to lose almost. Belova gets the to drop. Carter's got it. Carter's going. They're not going to, I thought they might have fouled her. He's going to step back for the 3. It's off. Dangerfield chases it, throws it up. And Russia have won the Under-19 World Cup. They defeat the defending champions. They beat the USA for the first time at this level.
And it is just a
and that's what it means
down there. And you see Vadeeva and Musina celebrating because they realize what they have done.
There are some times you don't have to say anything. Pictures always tell so much more. What a performance by both teams. But too many individual performances to even mention. But that Russian team, that Russian coach has done something they've never done before.
And
they have beaten Russia. They have beaten the USA. They have won this tournament before, but not for a very, very long time. They are the 2017 FIBA Under-19 World Cup champions.
And no matter who is going to win this, you were going to feel bad for the other team because of the performances. I mean, 82-86. You want to talk about a good game? This is going to go down in history as one of the greatest U19 women's games of all time. Some of the greatest performances.
You said it's the best game you've seen. At this level, absolutely the best game. Absolutely. By a long, long way, just in terms of excitement, but also level. The level of this game was phenomenal. Korolenko in the huddle. And it needs moments like this to really ignite a federation. And the Russian Federation and Russia's been through, some trials and they've had a bit of a dip. If this is the first step back on the road and their senior women's early exit from Eurobasket, lots of things haven't gone how they would like. This is a huge shot in the arm for them.